Hey, Jaguars. Welcome to another episode of The Lounge. I'm Britney, Cable, and hopefully, by now, you all know that this is Ralph Jaguar.
I think they know that by now. You do know me by now, right, Jaguars? Of course you do.
Hopefully, you all saw the second episode of Epic Beatdown by Ralph Jaguar. And there, we had Superman doing battle with the Un-Stoppable Juggernaut. And joining us today, we have Charles Niteer. He played the role of the Un-Stoppable Juggernaut. And here is Nark Peterbake. He played the role of Superman.
Way to go, guys.
How did it feel, playing those characters?
It was great. I had a good time doing it. I'm actually a fan of the X-Men, and the Juggernaut is one of my favorite characters on there.
Really? Wow. I guess that's one of the reasons why you played it so well. And what about you, Nark? You got to play Superman, the greatest superhero of all time. What was it like?
It was great, Ralph. Heck, it was even epic. I know that Superman is your favorite superhero.
Yes, he is. Is he yours too?
Superman is one of my favorites. My main favorite is Wolverine.
Okay.
Wolverine will be in an upcoming episode of Epic Beatdown.
So, let's get right to it. What do you think of the episode as a whole? Any good points or bad points?
Ralph, I don't think there were any bad points. I really feel like this episode was so well done. And the battle scene was really intense. It was epic.
I think it was a great battle too. Because Superman and Juggernaut really tore the place apart. I would say that we blew the roof off. But we were outside. And we really were throwing each other around. And wrecked the place.
Literally.
I think you really went all out on this one, Ralph. I mean, Superman and Juggernaut pounded each other. And if we compare this fight to all of the fights in the other Versus series, like Death Battle and Cartoon Fight Club, yours would have to be, at least, one of the best. I'm not saying that our Superman vs. Juggernaut was the best fight scene ever, but it is one of the best.
And in our episode of Epic Beatdown, it says that this is the first time ever that Superman and Juggernaut battled each other. But that's inaccurate. Another YouTuber named One Fish Mob did it first. And his series is called Fan War. And battle was real good too.
But in ours, we had Superman utilizing all of his powers, including his heat vision and super breath.
The other Versus series on YouTube does that, too.
And Juggernaut displayed his abilities too. So, both characters did good in this fight.
And that was the whole intention of this episode. We wanted both Superman and Juggernaut to benefit from this. And I think they did. We made them both look good. And how did we determine that Superman would win this fight? That's what the fans are obviously wondering.
Well, it's a well-known fact that Superman is really powerful. I mean, it's just like Rocky and CC explained it. When the cast of Death Battle did the research and compared Superman's stats to Goku's, Superman really blew Goku out, and pretty much everyone else.
And Ralph, you did the research on this yourself, and I think it was pretty obvious what the outcome would be.
I based this battle on a few things like special abilities, armory, fighting skills, and more. Experience and heart are two other things that I reflected on this. You see, Juggernaut got his powers from the magical gem of Citarok, and because of this, King Marko has super size, strength, and a mystical feel that makes him invulnerable to most attacks. And because of the sun, Superman has a wide variety of powers that we already know of. I have watched Superman in animated series, TV shows, and movies, and I watched Juggernaut in the TV shows, comic books, and movies of the X-Men as well. I had to analyze a few things to compare Superman's abilities to Juggernaut's. I'll list out a few examples as to how the process went. In addition to his mystical field, Juggernaut's helmet is designed by Magneto to protect Juggernaut from any psychic and mental attacks. Basically, any attack from his half-brother Charles Xavier. In the DC universe, Superman is the strongest man alive, and in the whole universe, he could destroy anything. And his heat vision is as hot as the sun, way over 250 million degrees Celsius. Obviously can melt and or destroy anything. So then I asked the question, what is Juggernaut's helmet made out of? What type of material or metal or steel did Magneto use to make this special helmet for Marko? I searched the internet and I could not find the answer. I searched for a factor that would give the Juggernaut a fighting chance in this battle. With Superman's immense strength, I came to the conclusion that he can just knock the Juggernaut's helmet off of his head with one punch. From what I saw in the animated series, any laser ray fired at full blast will knock Juggernaut's helmet right off of his head.
And Superman's heat vision is more powerful than any laser ray.
That's right. Therefore, his heat vision is more than enough to destroy or melt Juggernaut's helmet.
And about Juggernaut's mystical field, Superman has gone up against beings that are magical before, and he has beaten most of them. And I have seen Superman destroy force fields too.
And in this fight, Superman finished Juggernaut off by stunning his brain. I don't think that Superman had to wait until his helmet was off. Superman could have stunned his brain at any time. Unless, of course, Juggernaut's helmet is made of lead. But then again, it was never determined what his helmet is made out of. Magneto could have used just any old, plain metal.
But it wouldn't matter anyways, cause Superman will just knock it off.
About that right there is a very dangerous ability. He's using his vision powers to stun people's brain. That kind of freaks me out. And this is coming from a die-hard Superman fan too.
But Ralph, you know that Superman is always very careful with his powers. He knows how dangerous they are.
I'm pretty sure that Superman has practiced this recently added ability of his. He won't be like the Justice Lords. Superman.
I know that he won't.
Superman doesn't use extreme force unless absolutely necessary.
And then it came to experience. How many characters have Superman beaten? How many characters have the Juggernaut beaten? And in that episode of Epic Beatdown, my girls Rocky and Cece showed the long list of people that Superman has beaten. And it's a pretty long list, Jaguars.
real long.
And then we have to count all of the Man of Steel's victories in Versus series.
And this is the second time Juggernaut has been in a Versus series. In Fan War, he lost to Superman, too.
In the comics, Juggernaut lost to Onslaught and Venom. In the animated series, Juggernaut lost to the combined might of the X-Men, and he was manhandled by Gladiator.
Juggernaut has not won any fights, while Superman has lots and lots of victories.
Superman has lots of experience when it comes to battling huge brutes with superpowers.
That's right. So with all that being said, Juggernaut would not stand a chance against the Man of Steel. In fact, the battle between them probably shouldn't have lasted that long. It probably should have just taken one punch from Superman to lay the Juggernaut out. And that should have been it. End of story. But I used my judgment and decided to make a call. I didn't want to upset the Juggernaut's fans, which is kind of amazing that he has fans on the account that he is evil and his only mission in life is to destroy Charles Xavier and the X-Men. I decided to make this a real good and epic battle. The best battle that we can possibly put together. Thus having both characters put on a good show and make them look good. Therefore, we all win.
But more importantly, it's the fans that's going to win. Because we're doing this for them.
That's right. That is what it's all about.
Superman did win this battle, but it was the fans that benefited from this.
Alright, we're going to bring this episode to a close. Now, we do have a lot more things that we need to discuss as it pertains to the staff of Ralph J Images. In the description section / info bar of this video is the link to the second episode of Epic Beatdown, Superman vs. Juggernaut. Please watch it. An awful lot of work went into it. In the next episode of Epic Beatdown, which will be the third one, we'll have Wonder Woman battling Rogue.
And don't forget, in an upcoming episode of Epic Beatdown, it will happen. It will be Superman battling the God of Thunder, Thor.
And it's going to happen. Real. Soon too.
That's right. And Nark, get ready, because I'll need you again to play the role of Superman.
You know that I'm ready, Ralph.
Alright, that's what I like to hear. And the guy that will be playing the role of Thor is Ralph Newcrawl. He's one of my new actor characters. Jaguars, we still need more subscribers. I really appreciate all of you who have been subscribing to this channel and the other YouTube channels of Ralph J Images. Thank you very much. But we still need more.
A lot more. So, how about hitting that subscribe button?
That will help us out a lot. Another thing that will help us out are some donations via PayPal. The email address is superninja200@yahoo.com.
Peace out. Till later.